Okay, Cancer. So this week, the universe is pressing the reset button for you. And I mean big time. All right. We've got the sun and the new moon in Virgo back to back. All right. Setting us up for really just a completely new chapter. So if you have been waiting for your green light, Cancer, here it is. All right. But it's not just about starting fresh, y'all. It's about starting aligned. That's the caveat, all right? So, and there's one twist in astrology that could kind of make this new beginning way, way, way more unexpected than you think. And I'm going to tell you all about it, okay? Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Cancerian Vibe. I'm Bridget. I'm your one-stop shop for all things Cancer, astrology, intuitive insights, and our weekly check-ins, tarot check-ins that keep you ahead of the game, ahead of the energy, so you already know what's going on. Okay, I like to keep my Cancerian sisters and brothers in tune, okay, up to date. If you are ready to get clarity and stay aligned, y'all, make sure you're subscribed. All right, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the bell so you never ever miss a thing, honey. Okay, I just caught 111 too, but a little bit of the astrology of the week. If you're not new to this, you're true to this, and you know I'm serving tea. All right, but y'all, Virgo season starts August 22nd, okay? This means you're going to have to shift your focus, all right? Shift your focus, shift your routines. You could definitely be getting serious about your health, y'all, getting organized, just taking all the practical steps towards your goals, okay? Think getting your life together, okay? This is gonna be you getting your life in order, but with a very much more kind of like spiritual essence to it, like a spiritual backbone, okay? Then right after that, after the sun moves into Virgo, the moon is gonna move into Virgo, and it's a new moon, y'all. This is a powerful clean slate, okay? This is not just any other new moon, okay? This is happening at the 0 degree of Virgo, and if you know anything about the degrees, you know that 0 degree and that 29th degree are critical degrees, okay? 0 is a critical degree for fresh starts, okay? This is your cosmic permission slip to leave behind what's been slowing you down, Cancer, okay? Do it and do it now, all right? The next day, we got Jupiter. On the 23rd, we're going to have Jupiter semi-square Uranus. So look, babes, let me hold your hand when I tell you this. Just expect the unexpected, okay? Expect a very unpredictable twist, some big surprise, like in the middle of your plans, like, and I'm not talking necessarily bad, y'all, but it is going to force you to think on your feet, okay? So just stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. That's why you tune into the Cancerian Vibe, so I can go ahead and put you on game, so when it hits you during the week, you can be like, oh yeah, Bridget already told me about... Exactly, okay? So think on your feet. Stay light on your feet, Cancer. Because you're gonna have to think quick on your feet too. So for Cancer, y'all, this could show up for us in our career moves for sure, our money plans for certain, okay, and very much so in our living situation, because that has been hanging over Cancer, our living situations. Y'all, tell me what's going on with y'all living situation down in the comment section, because I feel like all us Cancers are kind of like in an interesting place living wise. Well, I'm not gonna say all, but definitely a good chunk of us, okay? Me, your sister, your Cancerian sister included, okay? So let me know what's going on in y'all with y'all living situation. We may need to come back and do special cards for what that is, okay? But y'all, on this week this is the second half of August that I'm talking about, where things are gonna kind of start looking up again, okay? You're gonna finally decide, I feel like, you know, to just change a habit, a daily habit that's been holding you back. Like this could look like redoing your morning routine or getting a new one, because you may not even have one. How you manage your mornings, how you manage your money. You could be moving way different with that, and very much so your health too, y'all. You can see an opportunity too that you did not see coming. Again, like I said, that's going to force you to just adjust your plan. So just, you know, be ready for maybe like a sudden invite, a sudden like offer, or even a delay, y'all. Even a delay. It doesn't have to be a bad thing for sure, like I said, but it's going to push you in a different and a better direction, okay? So, just be open to that. I feel like too, this week you may find that you realize that some area of your life just really just needs a total reset. It's like gut it, get rid of it. You can't just tweak this. You can't just, you know, spot clean this. Like, no, we got to rip it out and start fresh. So I feel like, you know, you're gonna realize some part of that, and it could definitely be around your living situation. So let me know what's going on with y'all, okay? Before we pull the cards though, remember that you can always find the links to book a personal reading or grab one of my classes, my guides, in the description box below and in the pinned comment, y'all, okay? While you are down there, say hey to me. Say hey to me in the comments. I love interacting with you guys. Let me know what you're manifesting for this new moon. Drop me the little, you know, the little sprout emoji with the little 2 leaves and then sprouting. That symbols new beginning for me, okay? You done planted a seed and it's sprouting up. Like, it's, you know, you're excited. You're finally starting to see, you know, the remnants of your hard work. So put that down there if you resonate with that emoji. Let me know that you're just ready to grow. You're ready to be fed. You're ready to grow. And please leave me a little residue of your good Cancerian energy on my thumbs up button. It means the world to me, y'all. If you want to make my day and you want to do it for free, just hit that little thumbs up button right now. Just go ahead and do it. You ain't got to think nothing else of it, okay? I sure appreciate you, baby. But let's get into these cards, y'all. Let's see what's going on for Cancer this week. I love that we're talking about seeds. And I see this, you know, because I'm definitely seeing that little sprouty emoji. And look, that's what I'm talking about. It's like the 2 little leaves. That's what I'm talking about. Put that emoji down there. Say you ready for your harvest. You cultivating prosperity, okay? But let's see what the actual energy is guiding Cancer's week ahead. Thank you, Spirit, for clear, accurate messages for my lovely Cancerians. What's the overall energy guiding Cancer? All right, so look, looking deeper, expecting miracles is showing up here as an underlying energy. And I love that because I feel like it's a subtle reminder to our angel message that I put out for us, Cancer, where I told you, like, you're just going to have to expect a miracle, like literally. And I'm glad that it's showing up here again. And I keep seeing the little plant. So yeah, Cancer, miracles are blooming in your life, okay? So think spring, okay? Things are fresh, new, revived. They are growing. Expect a miracle, okay? Be open to receive. But looking deeper is showing up, and I feel like, look, because we're still kind of, this is the last week to kind of be worried about Mercury's shadow. But I do feel like, Cancer, because what I'm seeing is there are some gems, okay? There are some gems beneath the surface. You know, this is the time to kind of look at something deeper, get more insight, more clarity around the situation. The card says deep within me is a majestic radiance. I'm gonna read the additional message before we dive deeper into it. So it says things are not always as they seem, okay? Things are not always as they seem. Look deeper into the situations and relationships in your life, Cancer. Something that seems closed may in fact be just ready to open, all right? So if you go beneath the surface, you may find hidden gems of truth, light, or abundance. The universe wants you to know, Cancer, this is a time to engage and reflect. It might be worth taking a second look at something that you previously passed over. So it's good. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, just as a Cancerian, go over just your emails and all that stuff from the retrograde, because yeah, just comb through it again, okay? This is the time to revisit some of that stuff. Because it might be something that was previously passed over, whatever, that you're missing. So look deeper into the situation, okay? Imagine a mystical mountain lake where you can see the reflection of the sky and trees. But when you look beneath the surface, you can see all these sparkly gems in the crystal clear depths, all right? These treasures were meant for you, Cancer. By exploring hidden crevices in your soul, you will begin to uncover more profound levels of the vast majesty within yourself. So Spirit is saying, look, it's time for you to kind of reflect within, okay? Look deep within. So, you know, this could be regarding your relationships with with yourself, which is your most important relationship, or your relationship with others? Is there an area in which you need to look deeper? Ask yourself that. If I need to go beneath the surface of a situation in my life, how should I do it, right? Is there anything that you're not seeing? Ask your angels that, ask spirit, like, reveal to me anything that I'm not seeing, that I may be missing. And I'm definitely getting this message of kind of paying attention and being aware. Okay, I'm just gonna say pay attention and be aware, Cancer, because definitely you're going to understand that you could be looking at one thing and something kind of blindsides you. And that's where I feel like Spirit is saying, make sure you know the facts of a situation, right? Because you could be kind of caught up on one thing or one way, and Spirit is trying to show you a different way, right? Yeah, Cancer, with this week, the week is really gonna want you to investigate. This week is gonna call in your discernment and a very real, honest self-audit. Okay, don't take the first answer or don't take the first shiny offer, Cancer. Look beneath the surface, okay? Like, look deeper into it. All right. This is, and it's tying into the astrology that I talked about earlier, really seamlessly, because especially with that new moon at 0 degrees Virgo, that's going to be perfect for you editing your plans, your systems, finding your truth. Okay. So I really want y'all, because I'm getting a heavy message of just paying attention, like really. And I think I even titled the last message, pay attention, because this could show up in real life, like where you catch some type of fee, or you catch some type of contract clause, or some type of deadline or something that you almost missed, right? You could realize that some type of habit that you have, like it could be scrolling on social media, sleeping, spending, whatever it is, that habit is what's really draining you, right? And so, as you're, looking deep within yourself too, Cancer, you may kind of start noticing patterns in yourself, like noticing, especially in love, around like who you chase, how you communicate, and this may kind of motivate you to choose differently or move differently in love. So definitely this is a time to kind of help you see where you've been leaking, right? Where you've been kind of spread too thin. This is really a good, I feel, checkpoint before we move into the next quarter, Cancer. Okay, but let's dive deeper into the tarot and see what else is showing up for the week. All right, so potential challenge we Cancers may face this upcoming week. Ooh, so the 7 of Pentacles is showing up, Cancer. Excuse my little corner, but okay, look, look at Cancer in this energy. I still kind of feel that vibe of you kind of being kind of just a little, just more positive, but still a little irritated, still a little pouty in the 7 of Pentacles, right? But the challenge is going to be your patience. The challenge is going to be your patience, okay? The challenge is going to be trusting the process this week. You have been planting those seeds. You see? You have been planting seeds, but results may still be trying to sprout. They may be trying to grow, all right? This week's Virgo New Moon can really tempt you to kind of redo everything, because you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's not working. No, but be patient. Be patient. There's still, like, you can't go plant a seed out in the soil today and expect a flower in the same day, not even the next day, okay? But I do feel like, especially with this new moon, y'all, being at that 0 degree is gonna create this kind of itch in us where you're gonna want a fresh start. Something about you're just gonna be like, I don't know what it is, but I just want to start fresh. Like, yeah, don't feel crazy. That's that new moon energy, okay? And that can make you feel like you need to scrap old projects or just start over, but you don't necessarily have to do that, Cancer, okay? It's gonna stir up this impatience, trying to make you feel like you're missing out on something, or that faster is better, it's more exciting, when it's not, okay? So be mindful, okay? This Seven of Pentacles showing up, this is how it could look like in real life. Getting a little too restless about your work or your money. You got some type of goal or money goal or work goal or whatever, and you're getting restless because you haven't seen the payoff yet. It hasn't arrived yet. You know, you could find yourself wanting to change a certain relationship dynamic in your life, but you could be doubting whether the effort in changing it is going to actually be worth it, right? Definitely, I see you kind of contemplating abandoning something that you've invested a lot of work in, just because the results have not been quick, they haven't been grand, they haven't been instant, and I kind of caution you before you do that, okay? So don't measure your success too early, Cancer. Don't try to compare your timeline to somebody else's timeline. Don't try to what's the saying when they're like, you know, don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. You know what I mean? So yes, it's great to kind of go in and do the pruning. Like I said, you're going to realize that some of the things, the habits or whatever, are things that you want to correct, but don't try to overcorrect, right? And make too many changes at once, because that's like going and pulling up all your seeds. You know what I mean? So just be mindful of that, Cancer. And I feel like for somebody, I don't know who this is for, but that hit me when I said don't compare yourself to other people. You could be in a friend group or some type of social group where you're feeling left behind, or you're feeling like, okay, they're getting their blessings, or it seems like everything is fine for them and I'm over here feeling like this. Be very careful of that energy, Cancer, this week, okay? Let's ask though, what actions you need to take, what you need to do. What's the advice for the week ahead? How do we overcome this challenge of patience, Spirit? What does Cancer need to focus on? And trust that some things, you know how they say need to know basis? Spirit got you on a need to know basis. Sometimes, like, I know we be wanting to know everything and control it all, but Spirit like drops nuggets and reveals revelations like slowly, you know what I mean? So be ready for that. Be ready for life's mysteries to be unraveled. Be ready to kind of go down rabbit hills or like rabbit holes about life's mysteries. That could be showing up for you too. Like you could be wanting to look deeper into that sort of thing, like something that's kind of maybe taboo, or something that is just kind of a little bit more low-key, or I just really see you diving into something, like going all the way to the depths of it. But what's the advice for Cancer? So we got the two of wands showing up with the Hermit here at the bottom of the deck, Cancer. And I feel like with this Hermit energy, this is definitely that Virgo energy showing up for us, letting you know that I feel like, you know, this is a very spiritual time individually for you, okay? Insights are going to come within. And I love how this Hermit, you see how this Hermit, I just noticed this. I've had these tarot decks for I don't know how long, but it stuck out to me that it looks like he's on top of mountains right now. And you see how the looking deeper there are mountains or whatever, right? It's like you're standing on top of these mountains and able to look. You have a bird's eye view. You can see everything. You know, it's kind of giving you got the best concert seat in the house, Cancer, right? But with this Two of Wands, Cancer, I really feel like Spirit is telling us to expand your vision, okay? This is a planning card, and Spirit is telling you to step out of your like day-to-day and think about the bigger picture, okay? Think about where you're going, especially with the Virgo New Moon energy supporting you. It's gonna support you mapping out your next move, okay? As long as you have intention, you will have clarity, okay? I feel like in this Two of Wands too, this could look like you making a decision, making a key choice about a career, a living situation, some type of creative project. With the two showing up, I can see you kind of weighing your options, you know, maybe weighing possible paths, Cancer. One is a safe path, and you know what's gonna happen, and you know how to get there. And then another one is, you know, the other path is very bold. You ain't never been down that road before. It's unknown, it's scary, but you know, it's a different path, right? So, you know, I see you kind of weighing between those two options. I can see you too starting some type of new schedule. Y'all gonna come back to this reading throughout the week and let me know how you had to adjust your schedule. Maybe even some type of travel plans that you had, or a business strategy even. I see a lot of adjustment, okay? So do not stay in the, like, you want to be careful. Don't get caught in just the daydreaming phase of this idea, Cancer, without taking action, without taking the first step, okay? Because I can see overthinking showing up in the place too, so much that you overthink so much that you stall, and you stall that momentum. And, you know, I feel like, look, you see how, in the Seven of Pentacles, he's like really looking into what he's growing. And I feel like in the Two of Wands, like both characters in the cards are looking. They're looking like, I need you to look. You better watch, okay? You better look, Cancer. But definitely, you know, this will be a good time, Cancer. Write down two possible paths that you think that you see for yourself, because I'm seeing that for you, you know. Some of you where you're trying to kind of make a choice, okay? And it's ready. It's time, okay? It's time. It's time to make this choice. I want to clarify this Two of Wands for Cancer. Clarity. Oh, no. So look, and that Hangman showed up. That's why I'm definitely in the Nine of Swords tried to pop out with it. And the Nine of Swords is right behind it. So you see where I'm talking about, definitely there's some type of hang up or some type of hold up. I feel like there's a lot of thinking going on, or a lot of reviewing, okay? And if you haven't, I feel like this is Spirit saying take a second to pause, okay? Take a second to pause and really look into things, really and not just on the surface, okay? You want to be very careful. I'm seeing the number 4 too. Yeah, you could be seeing 444, but definitely I'm seeing the number 4. So Cancer, something that you are trying to decide on. I'm seeing Spirit is saying, you know, take the time to actually, it's like sit and meditate, sit and receive the insight, and then kind of analyze from there. But definitely you want to be careful of moving too quick. That was definitely a message that came up in a previous reading, Cancer, like that haste makes waste. You don't want to, and that's what I'm talking about. You got to be careful, because you'll be too quick to throw out the baby with the bathwater, okay? It's like you're trying to clean up, you know, clean up your act, get your life together, and you know you're all set, and it's like you're ready to throw away your whole life and try to start over, which you don't have to do. You don't have to do, okay? But let's switch gears and see. Let's switch gears and see what's showing up for Cancer's love and relationship energy. What is the energy guiding Cancer's love and relationship? So look, we got discovery, and it's giving self-discovery, okay? It's giving that you are looking into yourself, all right, with this discovery. But the card also talks about some type of secret coming up or coming out. And so that's why I'm telling you, there's been a message, a clear message. Spirit is saying, don't just take it at face value, okay? Do not just take it at face value, because there could definitely be some insight showing up. If there's someone that's been thinking about, you may discover, if you're in a connection, I'm not saying this is for everybody that's in a connection, but you may discover, I'm gonna say this. If you are currently with your person, Cancer, and you're unsure about them, you're unsure about the current situation, you may be discovering something or finding out something that's going to help you move one way or the other. Because it's like, you know how they say when you play the fence or whatever, you could be playing the fence in a relationship or situation, and spirit is telling you, that's why spirit is telling you to look. Okay, I feel like spirit is literally going to put it in front of your eyes. You're not going to be able to miss it, but you need to be looking. Okay, because spirit is definitely going to give you the clear truth, the insight, the clarity. Like it's coming in. Excuse me, y'all. But yeah, something this weekend, love, something is going to come to the light. Okay, it's either going to come within yourself or it's going to come from another person. All right, this is just going to be a week of revelation. So just prepare yourself, honey, for the honesty. Prepare yourself for the clarity. Even if it's a little unexpected, just prepare for the unexpected. Okay, especially with this Virgo energy, because it wants you to see your relationships for what they are. Okay, what they really are. And I can very much see some type of confession coming towards you, Cancer. Okay, you may even uncover that the real person behind, like you may realize that you are not with the person that you thought that you were, because something that happens or something that you uncover, some type of action that your partner may have taken, you may be like, wow, I didn't even know, oh, like this is you, but I thought that was you. You know what I mean? So be mindful that, yeah, this is a week of discovery. Okay. You may even realize that your own heart is pulling you in just a totally new direction than what you thought it was going to pull you in, Cancer. I feel like too, somebody could be expressing their truth. You know, feelings could be going deeper. Someone's, wants to admit that they have deeper feelings or deeper intentions with you, Cancer. So, I mean, yeah, the card says that the truth is going to come out. All right. It's coming to light this week, y'all. Whether it's a confession, whether it's a hidden feeling that's revealed, or your heart is speaking up, this is just going to be your chance to rest, reset your romantic path as far as the clarity. Okay. And I'm telling you, definitely, unfortunately, I do feel like someone's going to find out about their partner doing something they don't too much particularly care for. I'm going to say that. And it may be the thing, and don't be mad at them or whatever, because it may be the thing that needs to help you choose that path. You know what I mean? Choose your right path. If you're having trouble figuring out what your path is, connect with me. Click that link down in my description box. Let's work it out. Let's figure it out. Let's discover it together. But I definitely feel like this is going to be a week full of revelations. Okay. All right. Let's see what's the energy around money and career. Energy guiding Cancer's money and career for the week ahead. Ooh, so we got a halt that's showing up. So there is this energy of something slowing down, Cancer. But look, at the same time, and that's why I said, okay, with this celebrate energy, this is going back to, I feel like you're going to be asked to celebrate somebody this week, Cancer. And for somebody, I am feeling kind of like that bitter, I'm not going to say jealousy. It's not giving jealousy, but I am feeling kind of that bitterness where it's just like, it's not about that person. You're just kind of upset with spirit. You're like, okay, well, why them and not me kind of thing. I do kind of feel that. I feel like things may feel like they're not moving. Things are slow. Your growth seems to be taking forever, while someone else's could be kind of going off the deep end or whatever. And I do feel like, you're celebrating someone else, celebrating their accomplishment for somebody. That's somebody's story. Let me know that I'm not crazy. Okay. But, with this halt energy, yeah, I'm kind of feeling like a financial flow. It may still kind of feel stalled or just very slow moving. Something is coming up, but I feel like this halt is really a blessing again, because it gives you a chance to look at something deeper. Okay, this is not necessarily a permanent energy, but it very much is so a signal to just pause, review. Okay, check your list like Santa Claus. Okay, and get realigned, y'all. Okay, you got to get realigned on how you're managing your resources. So if you feel like your money is funny or things are slowing up, I feel like spirit is telling you to zoom in on what you're doing. Look deeper at how you're managing your money, how you're managing your resources. because that's going to give you the tell on how you need to navigate out of this energy. Okay. Like I told you with the Virgo new moon, you may find yourself setting up a new budget. All right. Resetting your budget, getting better systems for your money, managing your income and your expenses and all of that. Right. But you do definitely too, because that Jupiter semi square is coming, and that's like that unpredictable kind of energy, this can bring up some type of unexpected shift in your financial plans. Okay. So it does feel like there could be some type of delay, some type of temporary freeze. But again, I feel like there's a blessing in this halt. Okay. There may be some type of money or opportunity that you're waiting on, and it's just taking longer than you're expected. You're tired of waiting. You could be feeling like you're tired of waiting for somebody or something to move. Okay, you're tired of waiting for money to move. Okay, I get it. It's not funny, Cancer. I'm laughing because I literally found myself in that predicament. I was expecting money by a certain time, and something happened to where I wasn't gonna get the money when I expected. It was, honey, a long story short, but I definitely see why Spirit slowed it down. I'll just say that. We're gonna have a story time. We're gonna have to talk about it, because I gotta give y'all tea as life as a Cancer, because we gotta be relating. I know we gotta be relating, but I really feel like, Cancer, this halt is coming up, because some of you may have even gotten beside yourself just spending money, like, and being reckless with your resources or whatever. And Spirit is saying that you need to address some of the debt that you have, or the overspending that you're doing, or it's time to kind of allocate your resources in a different way. Okay, we need to reprioritize how we're spending money. So any type of large purchase, this would not be the week to do it unless you absolutely have to do it. Okay, but if you do it, still, like, you need to review everything. Go look at your recurring charges, what you call them things, subscriptions. Look at your subscriptions, y'all. Cut some of them things, pause some of them things, because it's like stuff is not, some of it is not necessary. You're gonna realize it's not necessary to you. You haven't been using it. You haven't been, like, look deeper into what's going on with your finances. Okay, use this moment as like a slow down moment to refine your earning strategy for the next 3-4 months. Okay. So, like I said, this halt, it says money may feel like it's on a pause. It may feel like it, okay, this week. But this is not punishment, Cancer. It is a pivot point, okay? It's a pivot point. The Virgo new moon wants you to fine-tune those finances so that when the flow picks up and the money's coming in, you know how to, you move differently with this money, okay? You are ready to maximize those resources. The money can go where it needs to go because everything else is taken care of. Honey, yes. That's what needs to happen. Because I feel like definitely Spirit is asking us to really just, it's giving still Mercury retrograde. Because I swear the message is strong here in reviewing, okay? I really feel like this week is going to be like opening a new book, though, to a brand new chapter, and realizing that the plot twist is already in motion, y'all. Okay. It is, especially with the sun and new moon in Virgo and this wild Jupiter Uranus twist, because Uranus is all about the unexpected. Okay, you're being set up for a fresh start, but you're definitely gonna need to look into beyond the surface this week. Okay, to see the fullness of whatever it is, Cancer, you're gonna have to look deeper. Okay. So, it's not about really doing more. It's really about what's doing aligned too. Because I feel like you could be in some way out of alignment. And so Spirit is just trying to ease you back in, okay? The sun and the new moon in Virgo are clearing that path for you. But Jupiter and Uranus definitely, like I said, is going to keep you on your toes. It wants to keep you flexible. It wants to keep you open to the unexpected. So just expect the unexpected this week, okay? Just, if you don't hear nothing else, expect the unexpected, okay? But y'all, I'm gonna leave it here. If this reading resonated, please make sure that you like, share, and comment down in my comment section below, you guys. If you are ready to dive deeper, if you need help looking deeper into your own chart, your own path, definitely click the link in the description box or my comment section below to book your personal reading or one-on-one session with me, okay? I really can't wait to connect with you guys and talk to you down down in the comment section. But I'm going to leave it here. In the meantime, in between time, until next time, love you.